Hello and welcome to the Blockchain Startup Show. I'm Pooja Jain. Today we're delving into the world of cryptocurrency exchanges and trading platforms. And we have an exceptional startup to introduce you to. Meet Bitget, the cryptocurrency exchange that's empowering over 20 million users across 100 countries. Bitget is revolutionizing the way people trade and invest in cryptocurrencies, making it more accessible and efficient for all. And today we're in conversation with the managing director of Bitget, Gracy Chen. Gracy, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Gracy, to kick off the conversation, could you provide some insights into the origin and background of Bitget?
Thank you for the question, Pooja. Bitget was originated in 2018, and that's actually a pivotal time in the cryptocurrency world when the market saw a big crash right after we started. I mean, the founder started, and we had a very hard period of time where we see a little user growth, very little revenue and trading volume growth as well. So during that time, actually, there is a certain period that some of the founders nearly thought about giving up. But I'm glad that we survived, and we survived last crypto winter. We are not just surviving, but also thriving in this crypto winter. So it's actually, some people call us the black horse in the crypto winter, and I kind of agree. So the combination of Bit and Get, it's where we get our name, and I personally think it marks the mission from our beginning that we want to advocate for the mainstream of crypto adoption.
How has Bitget managed to navigate through the challenges of a bear crypto market, and what significant milestones has the company achieved in the year 2023?
Yes, so right now, crypto winter, very obviously, and I also call crypto winter the golden window for growth. And just like you mentioned, we've had some achievements. Let me get to the specifics. So, for example, right now, if you look at CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, and some third-party data aggregator such as Nansen, the research company, we are top 5 centralized exchanges in terms of crypto trading volume, and also in this bear market, among the top 5s. We had the second highest increase in market shares. We grow from 1.8% to 8.7%. And then for spot market, our spot market doubled after 3 months with lots of coin listing. I think right now we have about 600 crypto pairs listed on our exchange. And I have to say, listing cryptocurrency or new cryptocurrency is not the key or not the only key to spot market growth. It's a lot about how to list valuable cryptocurrencies, and especially some valuable assets before other exchanges do so. So these are some of the achievements. I guess we see lots of growth, and we have enough money to support our whole ecosystem. And Bitget is not just a centralized exchange, but also a leader in centralized exchange space, and that's why we think boosting the ecosystem is very important, and we want to spend the money and resource on them, on everyone.
Can you tell us a bit more about your user traction?
Yes, we have more than 20 million users worldwide, and we provide services to users from more than 100 countries. These users include users from the centralized exchange, but also the decentralized wallet that we have acquired, and we announced that acquirement this March during the Paris Blockchain Week. So in total, we have 20 million users mainly from these 2 platforms. It's called, Bitget, that's the centralized exchange, and then Bitget Wallet, that's our wallet platform. And right now, if you look at CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, I think yesterday I checked, we have about 6 billion USD in trading volume, and we were ranked at top 5 among all the decentralized, among all the derivative exchanges. The second quarter of this year, we had about 34.7 million visits on our websites, apps, and Bitget wallet app, etc. So there's a huge number of visits coming to our platforms as well.
Perhaps you could provide more details around Bitget's $100 million venture fund and how it's being utilized within the cryptocurrency and blockchain ecosystem.
Yes, we have the Web3 fund and then EmpowerX fund, and we also have a standalone venture capital company called Foresight Venture that we out on their largest LP, that is a 400 million VC investing in crypto space. So set that aside, and by the way, for Foresight Venture, within last year, they have invested in 77 projects, putting in, I think, more than 60 million USD into those projects. But basically, this is a VC, and they also have the incubation arm, by the way, and a news arm. But that's mainly a VC. While the other funds that we talked about are Bitgets ecosystem fund. I call it or so-called target fund. They are not VC, they're not companies, they are just specific funds that we want to set aside and invest in crypto space. So the two funds that we discussed, number one, a 100 million Bitget Web3 fund, and that's focusing on the projects and the VCs building in Asia. So it's more of an Asia-specific targeting fund. And then there's another one called Bitget EmpowerX Fund, which I just announced in Singapore. And the EmpowerX Fund is more for empowering the ecosystem of crypto, mainly the three sectors in regional exchanges and in Web3 crypto media, and then for some data aggregators. Yeah, so these are the two funds that we discussed. So both of them, each of them is 100 million USD.
So Gracie, could you outline for us the investment thesis behind Bitget? What specific factors and elements do you consider when making investment decisions?
First of all, I have to say, that's why I want to clarify which fund that we're talking about. Basically, each fund has different target. That's why the investment thesis might be slightly different. For example, the EmpowerX fund is for specific sectors. So if it's not in one of the sectors, it won't be considered for this fund. And the Web3 fund is for Asia. So it won't be Asia, if it's not Asia, it won't be considered for this fund again. But generally, our investment thesis is that we want to foster innovation in crypto and blockchain. So we seek projects and technologies that align with our mission of creating a more efficient financial ecosystem and system, ecosystem and through emerging technology.
What advice might you have for founders raising capital under current market conditions? So
number one, what I look for in a founder is I want to make sure that I value vision, resilience, and a deep understanding of the crypto market a lot. So I want to make sure that these founders know what they are doing and know what they are putting their time and their resource at, and they're building something that is meaningful. This is, again, very aligned with our Bitget investment thesis. And also number two, I look a lot on data. So the data, for example, that I will observe or investigate include different metrics, such as how active the on-chain data is, the community user are. For example, the Discord interaction rate, the Twitter follower, and whether those are legit, real followers rather than fake accounts. How the tokenomics looks like in terms of how the fund can be distributed in the future, how many to the community, etc. So I look at data a lot while evaluating a project, because data don't lie, and in blockchain everything is sort of transparent. You can see from the on-chain data. Yeah, so that's sort of the things that I'm looking for when I make an investment.
Well, on that note, let's take a short break, and when we return, we'll deep dive into the world of Bitget with Gracy Chen. Welcome back to the Blockchain Startup Show. Our guest today is Gracy Chen, the Managing Director of Bitget. Now, there's a gradual shift from centralized finance to decentralized finance happening post-FTX, of course. How do you think Bitget has positioned itself to win?
We have done quite a few things to navigate the issue and rebuild the trust in the space. So number one, we have increased our Bitget protection fund. And by the way, this is another fund, but this is not a fund. It's more of a protection, sort of like insurance fund that we have for our users. So we had a 200 million USDT fund before FTX. So even long before FTX had that issue, we know it's important to put an emphasis on protection. So we had that fund before FTX collapsed, and after that we increased it to 300 million. And that fund is in 7 open wallets right now. If you go to bitget.com/protection fund, you will be able to see the main page of this. And it's only in USDT, USDC, and BTC. It doesn't include even Ethereum nor our platform token BGB. So this is the first measure that we took. And then we also publish our proof reserve on a monthly basis since December last year. And we're still doing it right now. We have one of the highest reserve ratio comparing with other centralized exchanges. And number three, like you mentioned, decentralized wallet or decentralized finance is becoming more and more important. And for us, we acquired Bitget wallet, and we serve many of our users through DeFi, through Bitget wallet. And we also want to make sure, even if this is a DeFi, or it's many things are decentralized, but our users have a great experience. It's as if they're using a centralized exchange product or centralized product, so that they know, customer service is much better on CeFi than DeFi. So how do we navigate this shift from CeFi to DeFi? Is a lot around integrating, strategically positioned in both sector, but also integrating the whatever is needed from the other side. So it's basically like, in a classroom, you want to learn from the best, and you want to work with them more. And we kind of see that DeFi, CeFi, they are like two friends, and they can go through this journey hand in hand. And we want to offer a wide range of both CeFi and DeFi products or crypto services for our users.
What is Bitget's perspective on the Indian market and its potential for growth and expansion?
Indian market has always been a very big and important market, especially in Asia. I personally I have never been to India, honestly, but we have a big team there, and we also serve the market through some of the localized products, such as, language-wise, there's a localized version, and fiat channel, the on-ramp data, the on-ramp channel, it's also in localized version. And we work with many localized market makers. I even know some of them. Yeah, so we've done a lot in the space, and I also read. I actually talked to Michael, the founder of Chain Analysis, and we talked about this report by Chain Analysis that where they establish India as one of the largest crypto market in the world, actually the second largest crypto market in the world by transaction volume. So I know in the recent G20 summit, there are many finance ministers around the world, central bank governments get together to discuss roadmap for crypto regulation. But basically, we see lots of lots of interest, lots high growth opportunities, and also seems that the market or the country is positioning cryptocurrency as a growing sector in the global stage, and India's participation in all these discussions are so crucial. Yeah, so it's one of the largest hubs in the world, and there are also lots of great projects coming up, like Shardon. We invested in them. I talked to Sanjay, the founder of Polygon, as well. These are two great examples of crypto projects that come from India.
With Bitget catering to users across more than 100 countries, what are some of the developments or trends that you're particularly looking forward to in the cryptocurrency exchange and derivatives space in the coming years?
Well, while we are serving these 20 million users from more than 100 countries, there are lots of lessons we learned, and there are lots of trends that we are observing. Some of the things that we did and we think are increasingly important would be, number one, regulation. I personally think this will still remain as an important topic in at least 5 years. Of course, each country and each jurisdiction develops the regulation differently, because financially they are at different stages. Some are like leaders, some are like followers, some are more friendly to new things, to fintech in general, some are more conservative. But above all, every city, every country, they are working towards a more regulated and more compliant way or world of cryptocurrency, be it taxation, KYC, anti-money laundering, establishing basically everything, and custodial service as well. So all of these compliant and regulated relevant issue are in development, and for us, we want to make sure we are fully compliant, and at least try to be be as compliant as possible in each region. And we want to make sure how to do this business, do this well, and do this as long as possible. This is something that I spend a lot of time thinking about. Yeah, and another trend that I would say is localization. For different markets, we want to make sure that the products are localized, and they have a wide range of products to choose from. And for us, we started off in East Asia in 2018-19, but right now we serve so many users, and that requires us to have a more globalized horizon. I guess another challenge I myself find is also around team management, because right now we have 1,500 employees around the world, and they come from more than 40 countries. So how to manage them, how to have them fully develop themselves is something very interesting and also very challenging.
Thank you for joining us today on the Blockchain Startup Show. Gracie, and to our viewers, stay tuned for more exciting insights and innovations in the world of Web3 and blockchain. Goodbye, and thanks for tuning in.